And welcome to After TUF. I am Dean Thomas. Episode 3 is a wrap. And we have a fantastic show planned for you today. Team Chandler has been dog walking Team McGregor so far in this season of TUF, and we are going to break all of that down for you. In moments, we will be speaking to Coach Iron Michael Chandler, as well as this week's winner, Austin Hubbard. Plus, we have never before seen footage that you won't see anywhere else except right here on After TUF. It all starts right now. And joining me tonight, we had so much fun 2 weeks ago. I asked him to come back. The former UFC light heavyweight champion, TUF Season 2 winner, the UFC Hall of Famer, the original Suga of the UFC, Suga Rashad Evans.
What's up, my man? What's up?
Brother. What's going on, man? So this episode, fantastic fight. What I liked most about this episode, it was very fight-oriented and fighter-oriented in terms of getting the backstory of these fighters and getting to know them a little bit better and getting that investment into each fighter.
Yeah, I like this episode as well, too. You know, it's good to see these guys start to really bond with Chandler and really showing that he's putting something together big and they're starting to buy into it.
Speaking of buying into it, we have a clip. Listen, guys, we have bonus clips that you will not see anywhere. We have a clip of Conor McGregor with his team eating pancakes, and I love it. Let's get to that clip.
Guys, today is Pancake Tuesday, yeah? So Pancake Tuesday is the beginning of Lent in our Catholic religion. So tomorrow's Ash Wednesday, and then we give something up for Lent. So what we do is we get rid of all the stuff that's in the kitchen. And that's how it came about. So here's pancakes for you all. I know some of you are cutting weight. I'm gonna put lemon and sugar on them and all. We got the chef here that they're hooking them up for us. Proper Irish pancakes for Pancake Tuesday. Guys that are cutting weight, have a slice like it's a slice of pizza. Yeah? And there you go. And Tristan said it's okay. So there you go. They're all over here, lads, yeah? They're all over here, so it's not chicken at Tristan. These are nice pancakes, lads, yeah? I'll show you how it's done, yeah?
Sugar? Okay.
Nice and simple. Yeah? Go ahead, there you go, lads, yeah? Lemon juice. Go ahead, Nate, have a pancake there, guys. There's plates and all, guys. Get them into you before they're eating. Before they eat them all. Have a little, exactly, do your thing, I'm cutting weight, you know yourself. But just a nice little buzz, give me that energy.
Eat the other one.
Yeah.
You gave me 2.
Even have half of one or something, put a little bit of sugar, a little bit of lemon, enjoy yourself. A little small bit's not going to break anything. I'm sorry, let them have a little quarter. Let them have a little quarter. It'd be nice for your the headspace and all, yeah? No, you won't, you man. Yeah, remember we used to make the protein pancakes in the Vegas house back in the McMansion for, what was that, Mendes? and a hot whiskey. Every night. Yeah. I having a bit? Go ahead, lads. Happy Pancake Tuesday. No, I'm good.
He's trying to give you that.
He's trying to give you that. You're trying to give him the other half.
Here, you're cutting it. I'll take it.
Thank you. There's another bit of sugar and lemon juice. Oh, you need the lemon. It's simple. It's simpleness.
You ever see them get the maple syrup out of the tree, did you? Yeah. You put the peg in and it drips out.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even close. So the reason that they're saying they can eat this.
So I could not watch that clip and not think to myself, I have to try it. I have to try it. So I had to get some pancakes here, and I got some lemons, and I got some sugar, so I have to try it. But I can't do it by myself, so I need you to try it.
You're going to pull me into this?
I'm going to pull you into this, and not only am I going to pull you into it, I'm going to have you do it first.
Oh,
so if you
wow,
survive,
okay.
then I know that it's safe for me.
Okay. So we just, let's see here. We throw this.
And trust me, you're a vegan, so you don't have to worry.
I don't really do sugar like this, but you know. Conor says it's okay.
That's what if Conor can do it, anybody can do it.
Look at this, though. Goodness gracious. I'm just going to bust this down real quick.
Never in my life have I heard about.
Go ahead and just.
Go ahead, man. Make a mess. Never in my life have I heard about doing lemon on pancakes with sugar. Does it pass the test, Rashad?
No. It's not bad, but it's not good. I mean, it's kind of missing some flavoring or something. Like, you like it?
It's just dry.
Very dry. Very dry, but.
I think I took too big of a bite.
I might be kind of hungry because this is kind of good. No, I might smack this whole thing, really, to be honest.
So, was this a good idea for Conor to bring in pancakes with his guys trying to cut weight?
Absolutely not, especially when you got to cut that much weight because, listen, it opens the floodgates, right? You start tasting a little bit of the sugar. You start tasting the things that, brings you back to bad eating habits. And next thing you know, you're raiding the pantry at nighttime.
When you was fighting, what was your go-to cheat meals?
I would always cut at least to get 1 pound over so I can drink a Mountain Dew. It's crazy, I know. All I wanted to do was drink a Mountain Dew with some ice. And that's all I needed.
Well, it worked for you. You became champion, light heavyweight champion of the world. So let's take a look at the scorecards. Let's see where we are in the standings. Right now, Team McGregor has fallen to 0-3 to Team Chandler. Chandler picking up another win with Austin Hubbard beating Aaron McKenzie. Conor's got some work to do to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Chandler, the team has fallen into that mindset. They're buying into the team mindset. They're buying into everything he's bringing to the table. As far as, pumping them up, these guys don't want to lose with Michael Chandler, so his connection with them is very evident.
And he is on a hot streak, securing the third win in a row against Team McGregor. Let's welcome in Coach Iron Michael Chandler. Now, as a coach myself, something that stood out to me last week was how you are connecting with your athletes, especially Austin Hubbard. How was it cornering him for this fight?
Man, it was great. People always ask me, well, how did you prepare for TUF? How did you get in the right mindset? Honestly, I had no idea what going into the Ultimate Fighter was going to be like, but I knew as soon as I met these dudes, man, and started peeling back the layers of who they were, I just wanted to know them more. I wanted to connect with them more. And I knew, of course, the more I connected with them, the more that they knew that I cared, I think the better that they were going to perform. So it's obviously showing. Austin Hubbard got very close with him, peeled back the layers. Obviously, Austin's been through a lot in the last year or two. This was his, not just the greatest second chance he could have ever asked for, but I think a nice shining light in the direction of his future, having this opportunity, getting on the Ultimate Fighter. And he went out there, obviously, and put on a clinic against Aaron McKenzie, and I was just so proud of the guy.
Chandler, now you seem to have found that perfect Goldilocks zone, meaning the fact that you're not doing too much and you're not doing too little. You found the right zone, and that's kind of hard to do when you're getting a tough situation because your instinct is to want to give these guys everything, but you're giving them the perfect amount. Now, going into the season, how much research did you do? Did you talk to other TUF contestants, other coaches, or what?
Yeah, a little bit. Quite frankly, obviously, you never know what the Ultimate Fighter is going to bring. They say, hey, you're coaching the Ultimate Fighter. Okay, but we had no idea it was veterans versus prospects. We have no idea are they going to have to fight to get into the house, So I almost just kept the main thing, which was me showing up as a 15-year veteran of the sport, fought at a very high level. I knew my guys were going to have a decent amount of respect for me, and I had to go out and prove that I was going to put my best foot forward. So it was hard to prepare whatsoever. Obviously, you had Ryan Bader on there, who was a former contestant. Bob Cook had coached on the Ultimate Fighter. Numerous coaches that I had a lot of experience with the Ultimate Fighter, so that was one of the key elements for me. But I really didn't know what the Ultimate Fighter was going to throw at us, and that's kind of how every single day was. It was the recurring theme of, yeah, you got your microphone, and yes, you're showing up at this time, but you don't really know what every day is going to bring. So really just holding it loosely and showing up and making sure my guys were in the right mindset to be where they needed to be when it came fight night.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are doing a tremendous job with them. We have a clip of you cornering Austin Hubbard. Let's take a look at that.
2-on-1, take it over your head when it breaks. Big shake.
Nice. Out. Nice. There you go. Settle in. Knee up the butt. Only a chop. There you go. Yep. Straight down the pipe. Yep. It's there. It's there right there. Straight down the pipe. Keep the pressure. Beautiful. 4 down kicks.
Let's go, Aaron. You got to fight back.
Lock it up.
Now, Mike, you have built a tremendous connection with these guys, and it shows. While Conor shows up in a 3-piece suit and doesn't even go inside the cage to corner those guys, are you offended by that?
Man, not offended. I wouldn't use the word offended. It was definitely peculiar. It was definitely different. He's coach Conor McGregor. Yes, he's the notorious Conor McGregor to you and I. He's the sports icon to so many millions of people around the world. He's the guy that fought Floyd Mayweather. But inside the confines of the UFC Apex and the Ultimate Fighter House, when we were there in Vegas, he was coach, he was friend, he was mentor, he was confidant. And, to me, that's who I wanted to be. I wanted to be in their corner. Yeah, like I said, I've said it before, I wore the jersey, not because it has my name on it, because it was a direct reflection showing my guys that we are on the same team and I'm here for you and I'm going to go into battle with you. But yeah, ultimately, man, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. And I think it showed in the last 3 fights now. And even Austin Hubbard taking it over the head, throwing Aaron McKenzie over his head, elbow in, all the different cues that we gave him. We were very brilliant with the basics. We didn't overthink things, and they could tell that I was pouring 100% of myself into it. And thus far, it showed very, very brightly for Team Chandler. And man, I love my guys.
Now, Chandler, you're on week 3. Now, during week 3, around this time, people can already see the difference when I was coaching against Rampage, my level of care versus his level of care. Have you started to hear the chirpings from the other teammates or the other people that are not on your team about the way you train and about maybe trying to switch over to your team?
By that time, no, not necessarily. But ultimately, you see the comments online and on social media as people are watching the show. But I will say, and I said it last week, I do think they're showing a lot of clips of Conor showing up to practice. He's spending time with his guys. And you got to remember, too, what Conor brings to the table is this massive aura of international sports superstar. And all of his guys bought in to that. And they believed when they were wearing Conor's jersey, they were wearing Conor's name on the back of his jersey, and he was showing up to practices, it was paying dividends in where these guys were mentally, physically, and spiritually. Conor showed up. So I don't really put a ton of stock into him not cornering guys or him showing up in his 3-piece suit. He was there at practices. I saw the way he was connecting with his guys, and even some of my guys when you saw in episode 2 when he came over and was having conversations with them. But ultimately, I was going to run my race, and I was going to be unapologetically, authentically me, and I was going to let Conor handle his business the way that he wanted to. But it was more after guys lost, Nate Jennerman and Mondo, after those guys, and even Aaron McKenzie, after those guys had been out of the competition, they were no longer a threat to me, and I was no longer a threat to them, that I started having these conversations with even them. Because ultimately, yeah, they're wearing a different jersey. They are the opposing team, the opposition. But they're still young men, young fighters who I wanted to pour into, and I got that opportunity over those last couple weeks once they had been out of the competition.
Well, Mike, it's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for coming on again. Looking forward to seeing next week's episode. And, man, thank you again. Have a good rest of your week, man, and take care.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. See you at the top.
Rashad, you mentioned by this time in your season how much care that you had, and it reflected on the team. Were there, in your season, were there guys like, hey, listen, I want to get over to Rashad's team because Rampage is tripping?
Yeah, you were starting to hear the rumbles. Like, I was starting to hear, fighters come over to me and being like, hey, what are you guys doing? They were intrigued because I had a bunch of different coaches coming in. I kept rotating different coaches in with different skill sets in for different looks, and they really absorbed that. They really liked that. So it started to get around the house, and pretty soon I had other people from the other team, Rampage's team, asking, would it be possible for them to join practice? And I'm like, listen, I don't poach on anybody's fighter, so if you're going to come and join my team, you need to talk to Rampage.
Will you coach me?
I got you, dog.
Come on, Rashad, let's get it going. All right. So One of the best moments of this episode, it was touching, it was very heartfelt, it was a heartfelt moment. And that was when the young man brought in the action figures of Conor McGregor. Let's take a look at that.
What's your name?
Sammy.
Sammy, well, you're the guy that makes them?
Yeah.
Man, what's up, man? What's up, bud? How are you? How are you, so all right? What's up? You drove all the way from Cali for me?
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Give me a look what you got.
First one I have is the original one I made with the 2 belts.
Wow, give me a look at this now.
With the money and the Irish flag.
Where's the money? Where's the money? Ah, the money and everything. Talk to me how you make these now, because I see that you put different parts.
Yeah.
Different parts of different figurines on it, like?
Yeah.
So go on, talk to me. What's this one?
So I use like lowers from different UFC figures, like the old ones. And the lowers, I paint on the shorts, and I make decals of like
the tattoos?
Yeah.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah.
So he puts all these different parts of different wrestlers and all onto one, and made me and made a few other guys. But it can turn at the wrist, it can turn at the elbow. And my son Junior loves that you can make all different positions with the guy. Love this. Junior's gonna love this. The kids will love this. We got business, Mac.
Yeah.
Mac G business.
Yeah.
You gotta have it, the purple lavender. You know it. How long are you doing this, kid?
4 years.
Wow, very cool. That's very talented, man. You know, I'll take these one off you, man, yeah?
All right, yeah.
I'll take these off you, kid. And what's the damage? A G? You do a G? Take a G, will you? I'd say a G is plenty, is it? What do you reckon? 12 ton, yeah? 12 ton, my man. Appreciate you coming out here, driving out. Welcome to the UFC, and thanks for bringing some of the figurines.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get these toys. Go back with the toys for the kids, for Junior and my daughter and my son, Rian. He puts like that there Brock Lesnar's legs, and he painted the shorts, painted the tattoos. Very cool.
Man, Rashad, I swear I was going to make a Rashad Evans action figure. I tried to make a Rashad Evans action figure. It was gonna look like the voodoo doll from that episode of Gilligan's Island.
Oh, man.
And then I was even at the hotel, and I was like, man, if I just get these candy bars, these Twix, I could have some legs, and then maybe but I couldn't do it, man. It was gonna be a mess, but I really wanted to make a Rashad Evans action figure.
You wouldn't have got $1,000 for it, I'll tell you that. But I appreciate the effort. But what I like about this clip here is the fact that Conor changed that kid's life. You know, just being able to have that experience, people never forget the way you make them feel. And Conor made that kid feel absolutely amazing. The fact that he was able to pay $1,000 for it just gave that kid the feeling that, listen, hard work does pay off. And I think he made the toy creator right there.
Well, what really changed that kid's life is when he saw that knot.
That's what I'm saying.
That knot, I was like, yo, let me get $1. You know what I'm saying? Let me borrow 20.
There weren't dollars. They're all hundreds.
My man was paid. Well, all right. Now it is time to welcome in the winner of this week's fight, the veteran from Team Chandler, Austin Hubbard. How you doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing?
We're doing excellent. Where are you at right now?
I'm actually in Norfolk Lake, Arkansas. My little family vacation.
It's looking beautiful, man. You got the baby blue going on like you by the ocean or something.
Yeah, we were on the water all day today.
So congratulations on your fight, man. How did it feel winning your first fight for Team Chandler?
Oh, it felt great. Obviously, you know, you want to win everything you can. And I was, you know, you don't want to, that's a big opportunity. And to lose, you know, the first round, that would be pretty devastating. I didn't go there to lose. So to get that first win out of the way, it felt great.
Let's talk about your redemption story here. You know, you were cut in May of last year. You make your way back to the Ultimate Fighter house now. What was that time like in between? What were you telling yourself? Like, were you really envisioning yourself being right here, right now?
Honestly, no, not at all. It was a tough time. It was a very tough time. I was having a heck of a time getting fights lined up. You know, I knew I needed to string together some wins to get back to the UFC. But no one was taking fights. I accepted a bunch of fights, you know, a bunch of different weight classes and organizations, and nothing was panning out. And it was a real tough time. You know, getting cut from the UFC. That's how I was making my money. I his some financial hardship, and then it was just tough. And I ended up moving back to Illinois, and didn't have very many options, and I was almost thinking I was gonna be done fighting, to be honest. And then out of nowhere, I got that tough opportunity and turned things around, and it's been quite the experience.
It sure has. I'll tell you one thing. Coach Chandler had a lot of faith in you going into this fight with Aaron. Let's take a listen at some of the things he had to say.
I think Austin is probably the most well-rounded guy we have here when it comes to experience and just good everywhere. He can submit you, he can wrestle you, he can grapple you, he can put you up against the cage. He's got a motor, he's got a gas tank, he's got good basic striking, and that's all you need in this sport.
Hearing those things, how does that make you feel? Does that put a little extra pressure on you, or does that make you feel like, you know what, I'm the man in this piece?
No, I don't think it makes me feel any extra pressure. It's nice kind of having that reassurance, a great fighter such as him giving you those compliments. So yeah, it gives me some reassurance, and then I, went out there and proved him.
Now, being the fact you got the win last week, this week, feeling vindication, feeling like you can go on to the next level, feeling like you can get back into the UFC. How did it feel to compete for Chandler? Were you like fighting for him? Like, was the connection that deep right out the gate?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I went into that experience not thinking I was gonna make many like teammates or friends, through the experience, and it ended up being our whole team with each other and the coaches all like just instantly clicked. We grew very close together. It was just a great experience, and I think him and his coaching staff made it that way as well.
Yeah, I can attest to that, and I'm sure Rashad can too. Like, when you're in a house secluded with those guys for that amount of time, you end up building this relationship that's going to last you a lifetime for you. Now, you fought Aaron McKenzie, who is the current LFA champion. You were the former LFA champion. For you, was that sort of like the championship of LFA, kind of in your own little way?
Yeah, I think it added a fun little point to that fight. I was a former LFA world champion. He's the current. So in my eyes, I was kind of proving, yeah, I'm still the champion of that organization as well.
Now, you train with the number 3 lightweight in the world, Justin Gaethje. Do you think that Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier, how do you call that fight?
I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's another fight of the year type of fight, as all fights he has pretty much are. I see him winning, obviously. I may be a little biased, but I do feel him. He's really kind of grown into a mature, not like all-out brawling type of fighter, where he's being more methodical and his during the fight, not just kind of throwing recklessly, and combining that with his violent skill set. I think that's going to be a different fight this time around. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight, but I do foresee him winning that.
Well, we just saw a little clip of you and Justin training. Now, I know we're not supposed to kiss and tell, but he's a lightweight, you a lightweight. There's a potential matchup that could eventually happen in the future. Could you give me a little insight on what you think would happen?
With me and Justin?
Yes.
I don't think we would be fighting. We're really good friends, and I know I'm a long way from where he is right now. I have a lot to prove before I'd get the honor to, step in against him.
I'm glad you answered it that way, because I was going to tell him that you was talking trash about him and see if I could set something up. So it's a good thing you answered that way. But Austin, congratulations on your win, my man. I hope to catch you around. I look forward to seeing how you do in the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Take care, Austin.
Yeah.
What a good kid.
Oh, man. Good.
But even more than that, like, Team Chandler is just molly-whopping Team McGregor.
They bought into the team. And that's the thing about it. You see a lot of times when you get these seasons of the show, there's individuals that know they got to fight for, stay with the individual mindset, but then there's some that gravitate towards the team mindset that help each other reach and get better and better, even with the short amount of time. And he bought into the team concept, and you see it paying off big time for him.
And I mean, you definitely see it paying off. And I think this is more of a culture thing, like a morality thing, because like they probably are a little bit more of a team, because it seems to me like Conor is doing a great job of his coaching. We have a clip of Conor coaching, if we can run that right now.
Yeah, dancing. Give me 2 of these as well, just to keep it shaking.
Fast feet, let's go, boys.
Fist fully closed. Always. Don't let me keep saying this. You say it to your own self. Do push-ups on them knuckles. Remind yourself of what type of pressure you want. Do a bit of that as well, someone. That's important, that is. That is so much important.
I used to say, so like a ball and sock, so the knuckles are clenched, but the ends are loose, so it's heavy at the end,
Yeah. Guys, try this one, right? So I'm gonna step out, like we were stepping out to the slips. So I'm gonna go, so let's say, start here, with your feet together. 1 foot out, and back out. Put a line and try it. So you're here, back into center line, forward. Develop those strong legs, and keep these hands up. Look, keep these hands engaged. Hum, 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 hum.
Let's go, up we go, boys. 1, 2, bring your feet together.
Keep
on
the
this
hands
one.
up. So hold on, slow it down, we're here. Feet are together. Oh, we're in our orthodox stance, or whatever stance we're in. One way, and then back. Another way, then back and a little bit forward. And down the floor.
Let's go.
Just take your time. Yes. Try and get in. Yes. And make sure them hands are engaged. Yes. And you're looking at me. You're looking at your opponent. Now, not there. Here. Not there. Here. Boom. Boom. Yes. Boom. Yes. Boom. Yes. Make sure that punch is centered. It's not sweat. It's not. The punch isn't stepping with you. You're leaving the punch behind you. Gift for him. One more.
Oh, well,
same again. Bum, 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 bum. Keep it on. So instead of the backhand, it's the lead hand. Hum, 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 hum. Like snap kick instead of a side kick. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay.
Bum, bum, bum. Yes.
Rashad, I got to be honest with you. Watching those guys do that movement, if I'm Conor, I'm walking out right now. I got to be honest, I was not impressed. I was like, yo, these guys can't even get this little basic movement down.
You know what it is? He's dropping jewels, but the problem is the fact that he's at such a skill level that they're not able to digest what he's putting down, right? And I feel like that's the disconnect. But at the end of the day, what he's showing is actually good. What he's showing them is how to flow. What he's showing them how to move. But I think he needs to take it one step further and just show them how to dance. Put on some music, or they can't even have music on the show. But they needed to have something so they can learn how to just fall in love with their movement. And then from that, everything else comes from your movement.
But what would you have done, like, if you saw them doing that and you was like, all right, this is kind of a basic movement?
I would have been like, okay, listen, for like 20, 30 minutes, we're going to just shadow box, and we're just going to, like, think of a song, think of something, get into some motion, get into something that they can feel, because that's movement right there. You start putting your movement together, then you can start putting your punches and your strike together with that.
To me, it was too challenging for them. It was too challenging for them. Speaking of challenges, you know, this season did not have many challenges, but you know what season did have challenges? Yours did.
Oh, man, please don't bring none of my challenges.
Yeah, let's go to your challenges, Rashad.
The objective is to, from your knees, remove the other team's socks.
Team Franklin flopped miserably.
Team Hughes is much better at pulling the clothes off of other men. Hughes, I'm sure, had them ready to go for that challenge.
This challenge is called Keep Your Head Up. You're gonna have a flag that you're gonna keep out of the water. You can have one hand on the flag at all times.
The first team
You already know what's
that
gonna
either
happen.
loses a
You
hand
already
off
know
of their
what's gonna
flag
happen.
or their flag goes into the water loses the challenge.
Rashad, come closer.
Rashad felt solely responsible for losing that challenge.
Rashad should never blaming himself. Don't do it, Rashad.
Doesn't help at all, buddy.
I hate to lose anything. And to lose something on my own account, my fault, it just sickened me.
Opposing team members will be put on each side of the octagon. The objective is to get both members from the opposite team in your hot spot.
Hey, that's what happens when you're outweighed by 60 pounds.
Today's challenge, we got smoked. We got embarrassed out there. They had a huge advantage over us with the weight and strength, but I think we could have fought a little better than that.
Rashad, I think that they purposely had these different challenges to mess with you.
I mean, I couldn't do them. I could not do these challenges to save my life. And every single week, I wasn't bothered by the fight. I was like, I'll fight whoever. But the challengers had me nervous, man. They had me nervous.
Why would they put you in a pool? Hey, so I would have drowned too. I'm like,
as soon as water got in my mouth, it was over, bro.
I mean, you're
They're lucky I didn't need to be rescued because it was close.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I want to go to a clip of Conor McGregor working with his lifting weights and stretching, and we get a kind of an inside of how Conor does his thing.
There you go. Good boy.
We've been reaching out to help. They got. Yeah. Want to see the designs on the house I'm building? Easy. That's a good stretch. So if I'm sore, the lads are going to be sore. You know what I mean? They're that sore. I want to be cognizant of that. I want to be aware of that.
I don't know how much weight that was. I was trying to figure out how much weight he was doing on them plates, but they were going too fast. But you know how all the plates kind of look the same?
I thought it looked like 135. I mean, I could be tripping, but I mean, it looked like 135.
I mean, if it was 135, I thought he'd be a little bit stronger than that. I mean, I'm not tripping because I'm not very strong in the gym either. Like, I don't lift weights.
I think he was just kind of warming up, but I mean, his breath cadence kind of told me it might have been putting a little strain on him. You know, maybe it was more than 135, but it looked like
I don't know. That looked like
245s
and then the bar, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I thought he was going to be a little bit stronger than that. But I do want to play a game. You wasn't here for the game I made up. It is called What the Hell Did He Just Say? Because when Conor got up off that bench, I don't know what the hell he just said. So
We've been reaching out to help. They got. Yeah. Want to see the designs on the house I'm building?
Rashad, what in the hell did Conor just say?
I think he said something about the house he was building was clear. You can hear that, but before that, I don't even know if that was English. Like that was something else.
He said, I know we lost 3 fights to Chandler, but we still gonna get him back.
That's what he said?
I don't know.
Wow. If he said that, then wow.
I have no idea what he said, but Conor, you are tripping. Over the weekend, Amanda Nunes retired. I know, sad to see, right?
I mean, yeah, it's sad, but I mean, she had a great career, man. Great career.
What do you think her legacy is going to be looked at when we look back at her career?
Well, without a doubt, I feel like she's the greatest women's fighter of all time and one of the greatest fighters in general of all time. But I think she'll be remembered for just about, one thing I remember for is how she came back. After she's had some difficulties defending her championship at times, she's been absolutely amazing defending it, but she's had a close one. She's even lost one. But it was, for me, how she came back. And the way that she ended her career was really symbolic to just really how she was during her career. She came back and really looked absolutely amazing her last fight in the octagon and really showed that, there are still levels between her and the next challenger. And for her to go out the way that she did, for me, I couldn't help but just give my hat off to her because, listen, I didn't think that she was going to beat Aldana, but not only did she beat Aldana, she looked very dominant doing it.
Well, and that's what brings me to my next point is that she did it her way, right? And that's something that gets often talked about when we talk about coaching and athletes. And sometimes we go, well, they're doing it their way, but they need a coach to tell them what to do. But Amanda has always done it her way. And she always performed best when she did it her way, which is interesting because most athletes, when they do it their way, they take the easy way out.
Right.
But Amanda was able to do it her way and still excel. So for me, that's kind of what stands out to me is the fact that she was able to do it on her terms. She did it her way and was still able to win. Now, I worked with her quite a bit, and she was very self-motivating. So I wouldn't have to tell her to do a couple extra rounds. She'd be like, I'm going to do a couple extra rounds. And I would be like, okay, just don't beat me up. So, so that was always something that stood out to me about Amanda.
And the fact that she's going out on her terms, the way that she wants, it just goes along with what you said, having it her way. But, that's just more than you can ask for as an athlete to be able to go out on top.
But when you retired, what was it that told you, okay, I'm done, I don't need to do this anymore?
Besides losing 5 fights in a row, but it was just, I always said when fighting became a job, then I no longer wanted to do it. And towards the end of my career, it became a job, and it wasn't something that I look forward to doing anymore.
I know for me, it was the fact that, once you fight at a certain level, and then you start to lose that, and you don't feel like you can fight at that level anymore, I was like, I can't do this. I felt like I couldn't beat the people that I could beat before.
Yeah.
And it was hard for me to accept that fact. So I was like, maybe I need to find a new career. Yeah, it was a tough thing to swallow, tough pill to swallow. But Amanda Nunes, you were a great champion. You will forever be missed, and we love you.
But before we head out, though, before we leave, I just want to say, listen, we had a lot of characters on The Ultimate Fighter. I had characters on my show, but you've had characters on your show, and you were with the great, the very influential Shoney Carter. What was it like being with Shoney on the show?
I'm gonna collect all the water bottles and make a big giant floaty in the pool because I've never had a chance to play with a floaty when I was a kid.
Shoney is a terribly annoying person to live with. He put all the empty water bottles, 50, 60 water bottles in the pool.
I'm trying to fly a little incognito, under the radar, and they just try my patience.
Did you put all them bottles in the pool again?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Just cause. But don't get mad at me because I'm expressing myself.
Shoney was trying to build a raft. He collected all the bottles out of the pool and just put them in the bag and then just floated on this bag. His ass is in the air, he's kicking his feet, got the biggest smile, and he's going, it works, it works. He looked like a second grader.
I have defied the mystical stereotype that black folks can't swim. I can swim.
He just said defied that black folks can't swim. We just established that black folks can't swim after watching that clip with Rashad, and I'm telling you right now, I can't swim neither, so don't even worry about it. But Shoney Carter was such a character. What a good time.
It's the dun-to-duns for me, man. Them draws that he had on, man, them were like, wow, okay. This is what we doing.
And he would be in the house and he would melt candles and he would melt crayons and play all kind of little kid games, and he'd wear these old tattered suits that they let him have in the house because he had a top hat and pinstripe suits. I mean, it was the good old days.
That's what the house does. It makes you a little stir crazy, and you can see that with Shoney.
And Shoney Carter is a character. And on the subject of characters, we have a very special message from one of my favorite people in the entire world, Mr. Stephen A. Smith.
First of all, and I want to make myself very clear, I never said that I was better than anybody else. Y'all said that. But for that reason, on this episode of After TUF, I would officially like to announce that in 2024, I will be running for president. That's right, in 2024, I will be running for president of the UFC. Now, make no mistake, don't get twisted. I got no problem with Dana White. I consider him a friend. He is like a brother to me. But some of the stuff that these fighters are able to get away with is pure farcicality. And I will not allow that to happen on my watch. So you have been warned. This is the road to the Dana White House. I am Stephen A. Smith, and I do approve of this message.
So you see, Stephen A. Smith, congratulations on running. I don't know who your running mate is going to be, but
the Dana White House.
Yeah, he's running for the president of the UFC. I didn't know that you could actually even run for that position, but man. Stephen A. Smith will be running for president of the UFC. He's on the road to the Dana White House.
You got my vote.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. And now, we are getting to the meme of the week. And now we see Michael Chandler. So I had 3 of these. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use. So right now, there's Michael Chandler's face.
Ooh, he look evil.
He look evil.
Like a troll under a bridge or something.
But I've labeled this as the face of the MMA community when Jake Paul keeps knocking out our stars. That's the first one.
That's
pretty accurate.
That's a very
I couldn't,
accurate one.
so, and then I named it another one. The face of Juliana Pena when Amanda Nunes retired. That's that face right there. But ultimately, I decided on this meme. That is the face of Michael Chandler when Conor McGregor told him, "You'll do what you're told." You'll do what you're told. Right? Yeah, he's like, "You'll do what you're told." And that is your meme of the week. Rashad, what I like about you is you are very spiritual. You are in touch with the universe and the earth. Have you gotten that way? I mean, you could tell by the little hair.
The hair, okay.
But I want to toss to a clip that we saw Conor McGregor embracing that spirituality.
Okay.
I want to toss to this clip, and I want to get your thoughts on this. So let's get to this clip of Conor embracing his spirituality.
If you feel pain, guess what you can do? Tell you. You can put your hand on where there's the pain. The pain's here. You can literally put your hand, close your eyes, feel where the pain is. Put your hand right on the pain. Feel it. Feel yourself grabbing it out of there, and it going literally there, and you can feel it there. It's no longer here now. You can actually feel the pain there, and really, really, really feel it. And then just get rid of it. And that can anywhere in the body. Anywhere in the body, man. And as many times in the day. Maybe, oh, there's a little bit left. I gotta go back and do it again. Really feel you take, really feel yourself taking the pain out of wherever the pain is and condensing it into a fist like a little pebble, and then the pebble into the ocean.
So that's how you deal with pain. Come on, Rashad, why are you laughing at my man? That is how you deal with pain.
Look, did you see the look on Mackenzie's face? He was like, because he thought he was getting a treat, right? He thought, like, I'm about to get this life hack. And then he told him that, he was just like, bruh.
He's like, what in the world is my man talking about? Listen, I'm going to try that now for my ex because she broke my heart. I got to get the pain and take it and throw it in the ocean. but it keep coming back. You know what I'm saying? It keep coming back. I don't know, man. Have you ever heard anything like that?
I never heard of it, but listen, I mean, if there's something when it comes to mental fortitude, I think that Conor may have tapped into it. I think that Conor is one of the strongest when it comes to mental fortitude in the sport. He's mentally brought himself to this level when it comes down to it, and there might be something to it. I don't know.
I'm gonna try it out. I gotta try it because I'm old now. I got all kind of pain issues. I got gout. I got jaundice. I got all kind of stuff, arthritis everywhere all over my body. So I gotta try this pain remedy that Conor McGregor had. But Rashad, thank you so much for joining me. Again, we got a few weeks to go. I hope you can come back. You are my man. 50 grand. Thank you for coming back. But next week, we have a banger in store for you for episode 4. Team McGregor's number 2 bantamweight, Trevor Wells, takes on Team Chandler's number 3 bantamweight from the land of Dagestan, Timur Valiev. Make sure you check out the next episode of The Ultimate Fighter, Team McGregor versus Team Chandler, Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ESPN+. Then stick around for After TUF because Season 20 coach Gilbert El Nino Melendez is with us next week to break down Episode 4 on ESPN+, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Over the weekend, we were blessed to witness the retirement of one of the greatest martial artists that has ever competed. That was Amanda Nunes. And I'm proud to say that I was fortunate enough to spend some time with her throughout her career. Not only did she retire on her own terms, but she managed her career on her own terms. And she did so by stepping up big during the big moments. Who can forget when she had Ronda Rousey doing the stanky leg from one end of the octagon to the other? Or when she had Cyborg diving into the canvas head first like Greg Louganis in the 1988 Olympics. Those were the highs, but even in the lows, she held herself accountable, changed her situation, and bounced back with a vengeance. So fellas, being on The Ultimate Fighter is your big moment, one that you can manage right now. You might not be able to manage what happens, but you can fully manage how you handle what happens. Will you rise and shine to the occasion? And if you don't, will you hold yourself accountable and be able to come back with a vengeance? Until next time, I'm Dean Thomas, and I'm not here to give you a problem. I'm just here to give you some tough love. Have a good night.